Yo, 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 what's up, guys? It's your boy, FREE, coming back, doing his thing. Word up, word up. Just thought I'd be checking in with you guys again. As you know me, I love this shield, man. It's a great little device. I'm glad I got it. During the time, though, actually, before I got this one, I had actually got a Apple TV, whichever that, the newest one, like right when it came out. It was Apple TV, what is it, Apple TV 4 or something? So I got the Apple TV, but here's my thing. I never opened the Apple TV. I got it. It stood brand new, sealed in the damn box, and it was the 64 gigabyte one. I kept just contemplating, it was either that or this was pretty much the choice for me, and I didn't open it. I kept contemplating. I thought, well, Apple iOS stuff, cool, cool, let's do it or whatever, blah blah blah. But then after about, I had it for like a month unopened, and then after about a month of it not being opened, I finally said, okay, I just started seeing, what the Shield was gonna be and videos about the Shield, and I think the Shield would, had only been out for maybe 6 months, if even. I believe, I'm not sure which came out first. I don't know if it was the Shield or the Apple TV, but I went ahead and sold my Apple TV. I got pretty much what I paid for it. It was brand new, it was unopened and stuff. So I went ahead and sold that, and the money that I got for that, I went ahead and put it towards this. And I can honestly say I don't think I'll ever look back. I mean, an Apple device would be nice. I understand how the jail. I've messed with them iOS and Apple devices before, and I've jailbroken a few, and I understand what that whole terminology is and whatnot. And I know how to use Xcode and install third-party apps and whatnot. But I don't know. It just, in the end, I just ended up wanting to get this. It seemed like the Shield is the streamer for gamers. I don't know if the Apple TV is really touted as the streamer for gamers. And I myself, they might get little iOS games that might be going to the Apple TV. Like I said, I haven't even checked on it lately. I haven't really looked into if there's been any new, upgrades or downloads or improvements for it. I haven't really looked into anything. I don't know if it can compete with the Shield game wise. I mean, to do certain things with it, like I said, you have to hook it up to your computer, and I guess if you want to say side loading apps, we have the side load launcher. I don't know if the Apple TV has something like that. I mean, I imagine after you jailbreak it, there might be something that you can put that would side load what are they? iOS files? Are they IPA, iPhone application file, iPod? I don't know. I don't know what the format of them is, but there might be something now for Apple TVs that, like we have side load launcher that can allow you to, I guess you could say side load IPA files, iPhone, iPad files, whatever you want to call them, but I'm not positive. There might not be. I know that was a thing with them having to hook up the they have it's a USB-C cord or something, and that was the thing with having to hook up the Apple TV to your desktop or laptop computer, which I believe you have to have Xcode on your computer to somehow interface with the Apple TV. And then if you have Xcode, I believe you can go ahead and sideload apps through Xcode. Like I know some of the emulators and stuff, it seemed like you had to do that. And I'm not sure if you can jailbreak through Xcode or not. That might be what the process is. But like I said, I unfortunately I didn't keep my Apple TV. I didn't even open it. I didn't have it long enough. Didn't open it, and I didn't have a chance to mess with it and see how it actually worked. But I'm glad I got this. I'm feeling the Shield, and I'm a little more like into the Android environment. I got an iPad Air and I mess with it every now and then, but my phone is Android smartphone, and I seem to sometimes just grab one of my Android tablets. Well, actually, in that case, portability, when I'm just like looking up something on the tablet, I actually play with the iPad more, but you know, I seem to grab the Android. You know, the Android I'll actually load up Happy Chick and play some games. As with the iPad Air, you know, it seems like every time I install a Happy Chick, it'll stay installed for like a certain amount of time, and then you know, once I restart the iPod and go back and try to open it, it won't open. You know, it'll tell me that this app needs to be verified, and I always get that problem, like the verify. And you know, you can go under there and go under your I think it's your general tab, you know, your settings general tab, and there's where you can verify the app. You know, you can actually go and verify it, I guess, so your iPad will trust it. But that it's kind of hit or miss, because in order to install the Happy Chick on, I guess, an iPad, your iPad has to either be jailbroken, or you have to do, like, I guess it's the date, you know, the date, time, year trick, where you have to actually go and set the date of your iPad. It's like a couple years back, you have to set it to, like, I don't know if it's anything before July 7th of 2014 or whatnot. And I've did that, and I was able to install Happy Chick, I guess you could say emulator software, on my iPad successfully after I did that. And it seems like it would work during the time I would be messing with it then. But you know, like if I'd restart the iPad right away when I'd go to open the Happy Chick emulator software, it would tell me, you know, it would say something like, this app cannot be opened by this iPad, cannot verify trust, or something like that. And then, like I'm saying, you can go to your settings tab, go to general, and you can have where you can verify the app. And then even after verifying the app, you know, just or trusting the app, I guess you could say, it still doesn't open. So I think it's something with the Happy Chick emulator software, that if you do have a jailbroken iPad, that it will probably install pretty smoothly with that, I guess, to say, you know, you maybe you won't have to do the, you know, date, time, and setting trick and all that in order to actually install it, you know. So I'm just assuming that with the jailbroken iPad, you can go ahead, or iPod or whatever, you know, iPhone, you can go ahead and install the Happy Chick emulator, and you know, turn your device off, and hopefully you could restart it or whatever, and it'll still be there and open fine, and you won't have to always go to your settings and general tab to trust it. And I mean, if I had to do that and it would work, it would be fine. But like I said, you know, I still go back and go to the settings, general, trust, or verify the app, and it still hasn't worked. So I'm thinking maybe they're only pretty much it's pretty much solid proof for jailbroken iOS devices, instead of actually, you know, you do the date and time set back and try to install it, and once you restart it doesn't work. So that might prompt me to maybe, I don't know, and I haven't jailbroke anything for a while, so maybe I'll see what you know, what I can do with my iPad Air. I mean, I've had it for about 4 years now. I've really haven't did a whole lot on it. You know, I have certain apps, and honestly, all I usually just use it for surfing the web. Like if, you know, I'm upstairs and I'm not down by my laptop or whatever, or just if I go to the bathroom real quick or something, you know, I'll take it with me. So I haven't, you know, I don't use it as a gaming device or whatever, but it'd be cool to get Happy Chick on there, you know, maybe jailbreak it just to look into some other cool certain things we can do. But I'm not gonna make this video long. I know some of them I do go a little long, but I like explaining things, you know. I like getting into all this stuff. It's an interest of mine. It's kind of fun. They did have a Shield upgrade today. It was a Shield Experience upgrade, and I guess with the newest upgrade, it said that they were going to introduce Rumble support and whatnot, and it was about a gigabyte, you know, in size. So I don't know exactly what you know, everything get upgraded, but it did upgrade, so that was cool. And yeah, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at the Amazon, not the Amazon video app, not this one right here for videos. We're gonna actually take a look at the well, what they call it on the Shield, which I'm thinking it is maybe it is actually called the Amazon Underground app, you know. So I imagine this is the app you can install on your phone, your tablet. I don't know if they actually have a version for iOS, devices, iPhones, iPads. I have not looked into that, but they do have the Android version. They've had the Android version for quite a while. I had the I don't know if I have it on my phone or not. Still, I might, but I did at one time have it on the phone, and yeah. So they do have this Amazon Underground App Store for most, like I said, for Android platform. You can probably get on your phone, your tablet. It even seems to work fine with these, my Android TV device. I haven't actually tried it on, I guess you could say, not an Android TV, but a Google Play TV device, non-Android TV device. So I don't know how it works. But it seems to work fine. I assume there's certain ways to install this. You got the good old Chrome browser there, which is a certain way you can go ahead and go to some of these sites and install the app. So we can go ahead and check if this will possibly work. I don't know, like I was doing the quick look at Happy Chick, and I noticed through the other web browsers, not the Chrome web browser, I wasn't able to successfully download the Happy Chick TV app. But through Chrome, when I went to the Happy Chick site through the browser on here, it went ahead and had the certain download options. And when you would actually click the link, it would prompt you for a download. It would prompt you, to download through ES File Explorer if you wanted to save it, blah, blah, blah. So definitely Chrome, seems like Chrome can download, I guess, from URLs, from links, which is nice. As, like I said, I tried with with one of the TV web browsers, and that didn't seem to work. I kept clicking the link, and it seemed like it was almost refreshing the page, so we weren't able to download from there. There's another TV web browser, which unfortunately, I wasn't able to download from there as well. Well, actually, I didn't try that one, but I'm just assuming. But we know Chrome works, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and see if there's maybe a way you can just, I mean, I don't even know if I'm using the latest version of this Amazon app. Oh, look, here it is. It says view in the Amazon app. So let's see if I click that. Okay, nice. So there we go. Look, it does open the Underground app for me, I guess. So, okay. Yeah, so you can definitely get it through Chrome, guys, if you want to. I imagine it'll come up with the screen like this, and it'll say Amazon Underground app for Android. Access the Amazon Everything store. Get popular apps, games, and download the Amazon Video Player. So we can go there, get Amazon Underground. Okay, and then I'm already here because I did, I've already had this installed on my device. So I can go ahead and actually work with it. But yeah, if you guys are looking to install this, you might have a couple options. I don't know how easy it'll be to actually go on the Amazon.com site on your laptop or your desktop and get the I guess you could say the APK, the Android, the file that you would need to install this Amazon Underground app. I don't know if you can. A lot of times, these sites are pretty specific to the platform. You might go there on your laptop or your laptop or your desktop, and there might not actually be anything where you can, like I'm here now, and I'm looking, and I'm clicking into the departments, and I click App Store for Android, and then you go to Underground Apps and Games, and okay, so yeah, like I said, I don't know if you could actually download the app from your laptop or desktop, and sideload it, install it. I believe it doesn't. I don't see anywhere where it says, I mean, you could probably just go to your browser and type, you know, Amazon Underground app. Amazon Underground app. Something like, okay, let's see, guys. I'm on my laptop here. Okay, so well, it's saying the Amazon Underground app is actually okay. Okay, well, the Amazon Underground app includes enhanced features that aren't available on the Amazon Shopping app found on Google Play. Okay, so I'm here now on their website, and like I said, I don't really see anything. I mean, I could probably, you know, sign into my it says get this app, so I could probably sign into my Amazon account, and then, you know, would probably push the app, and then you could download it. Oh, and that's what you need to make this this work. You know, you need to sign up for an Amazon account. It's free. You know, you just go ahead and register, and then you know, like I said, I don't know if actually having an Amazon account, you know, you could sign in for it. It says get this app. When I'm looking at the Amazon Underground app, it says sign in. So, you know, I don't want to sign in. I already got the app, but maybe you could sign in, and then, you know, it'll push it as a purchase, and then it'll show up, you know, if you go ahead and yeah, it's kind of weird how they have this. I don't want to get too much in that, but I would say basically, since you can go ahead and do this from your Chrome browser on your Shield, this is the page you'll probably get. If you don't have it, then, you know, you can go ahead and probably click get Amazon Underground app. See, I'm clicking it, but I'm already there because I already got it. So then it'll probably prompt you to download. You know, if you have ES File Explorer, it'll do the usual. It'll say save to ES File Explorer, or download through Chrome browser, or whatever it says, you know, and then you'll click that, and, you know, it'll download. You'll see the progress of it downloading. So, you know, download, 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 and then I don't think it'll automatically install. I think what it'll do is it'll download the APK like it normally does, and then I believe you'll go to ES File Explorer here, and then it's a little difficult navigating this if you've not used it that much, but definitely you'll probably go, you know, and then the thing I don't like about this is it's kind of hard to use without a keyboard. It really is. But what you'll probably do is you'll probably go to like let's see, not library, maybe local device, internal storage. There we go. So see, you can always go to internal storage, and then if you'll see the one with download, see how it just specifically says download and has an arrow. If you click on that, you know, that more than likely that's where it would download to, and then, you know, you guys seen me explain this on how to install the Happy Chick emulator. But with the Happy Chick emulator, we were able to download that from our laptop and our desktop and put it on a flash drive and install it, you know, through here, through ES File Explorer. And then once it was installed, you know, you have to go to Sideload Launcher to launch it. As with the Amazon app, like I said, I'll go ahead and log into my account. Let's see if there's my, what do you call it, my account on Amazon on my desktop. So let's see if there's any way it'll, like, you know, prompt me for like maybe an APK for this or something. Okay, it says I already own this app, you know, so, and it's saying which devices of mine it's compatible with. But I'm wondering if I didn't own the app, if there would be a way if it would let me download the APK. So I don't think so. You know, I think basically, you know, it reads that you're using the Android platform. So, you know, if you go here with your phone, it'll give you the same screen as you've seen when we were on the Chrome browser on Sideload Launcher. You know, it'll say get Amazon Underground app, and then you'll just download it through your phone or tablet. And then, you know, through your phone or tablet, I don't know if you'll have to go through ES File Explorer to, you know, like we are here, and then actually go to the download. If you see the folder with the arrow that says download, and then go through there and actually install it. Your phone and your tablet might just automatically install it. You know, it might detect it's like an APK or something and let you download it. And then after it's done downloading it, it might, you know, prompt up with the screen, and it might give you the option to, you know, install with your, what do they call it? Android. Is it Android Package Manager or whatever they call them? They might give you the option to install, you know, the app, and then you could go ahead and install it like that from your phone or your tablet device, and then, you know, it'll show up as an app, as your other apps do on them, somewhere on your yeah, I don't know if it'll be on your home screen. Sometimes a lot of people's home screen on their phone is filled, so it, you know, it'll be on one of the other screens, and you'll see it. It'll say Amazon Underground app, and you'll click it, and it'll present you with pretty much the same interface as you guys seen here. But like I said, it might be, you know, installing it might be a little confusing for most people, but I generally think most of you that are going to be doing this on your Shield, you know, pretty much, you know, want to try to do everything within the Shield. And with, fortunately, with this Amazon app, it seems like you can. So like we showed earlier, you know, you'll go ahead and go to the sideload launcher once again. You know, we'll go ahead and go here. We'll go to we'll go ahead and go, you know, you go to Google Chrome, and sideload launcher and ES File Explorer, your friends. So, you know, you wait for Chrome. Okay, so, you know, you got to click that when you want a screen there. And then, you know, there's Amazon from earlier, boom, boom. And then see, it says view an Amazon app, like we had just discussed earlier, since it must detect that I already have the app. But I guess if you didn't have the app, maybe if you would click that, you know, it might say something like, it'll bring us up to a screen where maybe it'll say, oh, get the Amazon Underground app, like it did earlier, you know, like we had seen earlier. But myself, you know, like I mentioned, I already have the app installed. You know, if we see right here, if you guys go to you know, this Amazon.com website from your Chrome browser in your Shield, and if you don't have the app, you're probably going to get this, which is, you know, excellent. That's what you want. So you'll go ahead and click it. You know, it'll do the download prompt, blah blah blah. You know, it'll probably say, do you want to like, I don't know the exact screen. I'm coming with it off the top of my head, but I know if you have ES File Explorer, you know, and I was actually going to download this, the prompt will come, and then it'll say something like, I don't know if it says save through ES File Explorer or download through ES File Explorer, something to that amount. You can download through Chrome browser or ES File Explorer. It seems like a lot of people choose ES File Explorer. I don't know if that places your downloads directly in the downloads folder in your internal storage, which when I went to ES File Explorer, I was just showing you the folder with the download arrow, you know, so that's actually where this will download to, you know. So when you download this, you're not quite done. I don't think it's going to prompt us for you know, like, I don't think the Android Package Manager will show up and prompt you for an install right away. I do think you need to go to ES File Explorer, go to your internal storage, go to your download folder, and then in your download folder, you'll actually see, you know, it'll probably say something like Amazon Underground.apk or something. You'll go ahead and click on that, and then remember, you'll be prompted with the menu that has there's three options. I think it's cancel, market, install, and you know, you'll go ahead and click install, and then it'll show you your install progress, and you know, you wait probably a minute, 2, 3, and then once you're done, you know, you'll go ahead and exit out of ES File Explorer. Once you exit out of ES File Explorer, you can go through Sideload Launcher, and you will see it. You know, you'll see it in your sideload. Unfortunately, it don't show up on the home screen menu, so you'll see it there. Click Amazon, and it should be good to go. You know, we're good to go. It works fairly good, guys. I mean, they have actually updated it because when I put it on, I've had it for a while. I don't know how long I've had it, you know, but I've had it for quite a while. And when I put the first version on, there was actually no mouse cursor, so they must have just, maybe in the last few couple updates or whatnot, or when the Shield's updated, maybe it even updated, you know, this for me or whatnot. But this actually wasn't available when I first was using it. It was just, you know, the screen. And then the thing that kind of sucks with this is weird is if you notice I have a cursor and I'm going up and down, but a lot of times on like some of the certain screens, like it can, like, okay, let's see, like watch, I'll press down and look, it don't go down anymore. But if you guys see, there's more down there. I can't, I can't move down. I can only, yeah, like it's weird. Like now I'm stuck, I can't move anywhere. I mean, I could still move the cursor and whatnot and search and anything. I just, the only way that I've noticed, like, let's see, look, I can only see, you can only go down so much, and that's it. But the only way that I've noticed myself, guys, to, navigate this, navigate that screen, yeah, as you can see, there's definitely more on the bottom there, is I have to actually hook up my Logitech, my wireless keyboard, my K400 Plus, and I do have it hooked up now. And I'm moving this cursor with the trackpad on my K400 Plus. Now, I can scroll with the trackpad. Like if you'll notice, look, I can scroll down. See, scroll down to show more of the menu, and that's pretty much all we get. But unfortunately, with the Shield controller and even the Shield remote, you can only scroll down so much. Yeah. So like, now and actually see, that's Shield remote and that's it. Look, I can't even go any more up. I mean, and when you go up, it takes you all the way to the top. Same thing with the controller. Look, you know. But if you want to scroll a little more down, you can use your keyboard like I am right here. See how we got a little more. And I imagine, even some kind of USB wireless mouse with the little scroll button can probably, and you might even be able to just click and, yep, look, click and drag up and down like you normally do to to scroll up and down on your desktop or your laptop. So that's about one of the only issues that I've came across with this Amazon Underground app device, or I guess app device, Amazon Underground app, is that you can't fully navigate with the controller and the remote, but you can install and stuff, you can. So like, for example, you could just, go right here, look, featured actually free apps and games. See also, if I click like see all, then it's going to show me all of them right here. And I was able, I think you can scroll down with the controller with this, but look, you can, the same thing, you can only scroll down so much. That's that's all I can get. Look, and there's definitely got to be more than that many games. So once again, we'll break out the Logitech K400 Plus wireless keyboard, and just by pressing, by scrolling with the, you can scroll two ways. You see now we're going. Okay, well maybe that is. They definitely have more. I don't know why it's only showing me these ones. Boom. Maybe those are like, okay, top Amazon all underground. There we go. So like if we go to all underground, now we'll try with the controller again. Look. See, it's now it's working with the controller. Maybe those were the certain ones, just maybe the latest actually free apps, and maybe that's all there was a few of them. But now, now it's actually working with the controller, so that's not bad. We're able to scroll and whatnot, and then you still got your cursor. So if you wanted to oh, and with the Shield controller, the right analog thumbstick brings up your cursor, so you still got your cursor. So let's say, for example, it's hard to scroll up and down, and there's no, I guess, icon. You can't see which particular one you're on, but your cursor is definitely your friend here. So you can activate that by having a mouse or a wireless keyboard, or even your Shield controller. The right analog thumbstick controls the cursor icon, so then you could put the cursor on whichever app or game you want, click the A button, it opens its screen, tells you blah blah blah. You know, this one I actually got from here, Badland. It was $3.99 from Google Play if you wanted to unlock the extra levels. Fortunately, Amazon had it for free, and I got it, and it worked fine. You know, but now one thing too with some of these Amazon apps, I don't know if they're specifically for Fire TV, you know, or whatnot, because there have been some that, you know, I've got through Google that, of course, you know, they have an unlock fee, you know, $2.99, $3.99 to unlock the full game or whatever. And there's actually been, you know, I guess you could say the same app free on Amazon, but a lot of it's kind of hit or miss with these guys. It really is. Some of them that are these actually free apps that they do have on Google Play. It seems like, and like, you know, it's probably all in the end of the developer. If the developer of the app, you know, makes it fully controller compatible or whatnot, then it should work, you know, across a broad range of controllers and devices and etc. But I've noticed with some of these actually free apps that I have downloaded through here, they actually they don't work. You know, I don't know if maybe they they're specifically for the Fire TV device that is, you know, the Amazon, that's Amazon's, I guess you could say, set-top device. Because, yeah, a couple of these that I have downloaded from this Amazon Underground actually free app store, like, the controls don't work. Like, for example, okay, the other day, let's see if I could type anywhere. Okay, we'll have to go back here so I could. Sometimes it's, and then this thing sucks. Okay, all apps and games. I think I should be able to type there. Okay, maybe we have to go to all apps. Home. Home should have, okay, right here. So like, for example, let's see. If it could be in my history, but like this one, guys. Give it up right here. Okay. So they have, see, it says actually free. They have the Amazon actually free version, and they do have this through Google Play. So the other day I thought, cool, you know, I'd like to get the free version. I don't even know how much it is to unlock this game. It says that there's ads, but even when I was playing the Google Play version, I didn't seem to, well, I only played for a little bit. I couldn't even beat the first level. It's kind of a hard game, you know, rhythm, kind of jumping, platform, whatever kind of game. And, you know, I was having kind of a tough time with the first level, but I didn't get any ads, you know, which was good. But you know, there is a remove ad sticker, and then if you click that, you know, it'll take you through Google Play and prompt you to purchase this. But what I find weird is it doesn't say like what the price is. It just went to the purchase screen. So I don't know if it's 99 cents, you know. See, look, it says this Amazon special edition unlocks all levels and removes in-game ads at 190. So it might be 198. It says a 198 value. But like I was saying, you can't always get the apps from here and know that they're going to work. Unfortunately, I had installed this one, and on the title screen, you know, it had like this little green cloud, and like I think it had like two other icons, you know, and it didn't work. Like I couldn't, you know, I couldn't choose anything. I couldn't start the game. The only thing that was working was pretty much my back arrow, which is the exit arrow to, you know, when you're trying to exit out of something. You could always press B to back out too, but you could press the back arrow. And sometimes, you know, when you're in these certain games, that'll prompt up like, you know, an on-screen little quick menu, and it'll tell you, you know, do you want to exit the game, and then you'll have the choice of choosing yes or no. But like I was mentioning, this one did not work. Like I couldn't get any of the controls to work for it. Nothing worked. So, you know, I was like, oh man. And yeah, so that was kind of hit or miss there. And then same thing with this. Watch this, guys. Okay. And this isn't actually, you know, Amazon free one too. Luckily, I got this through Google Play. They had a 99-cent sale. I got this and Mickey. So you gotta watch those Google Play sales sometimes. You know, sometimes they have some of these games pretty cheap. Okay, like this one. Okay, of course it's gonna bring up the series, but they do have a DuckTales game now. I don't know if you guys seen that, you know. Okay, great. I'm having a little bit. Oh, okay. Didn't mean to do that. Have a little bit of trouble here, but luckily, guys, I have my trusty keyboard here, so I could just type real quick. I guess I'll type DuckTales app. Okay, DuckTales. Okay, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh man. But yeah, anyway, they do have the DuckTales game. Okay, I'm not seeing it, which is weird, but it is there. It is there. They definitely got this one. Maybe I have to type it capital, you know. Maybe I have to type Disney's DuckTales. Who knows? But anyway, they do have it. I think it's one of their actually free games, you know. Let's see if I could find it. Wow, how crazy. You know, I'm not finding it, but last time I did, I found it a fairly easy watch. Let's go to underground apps. I guarantee we should be able to see it there. So, you know, but yeah, it is considered one of the actually free Amazon games, as well as you know, the Star Wars game, Knights of KOTR. What is that? Knights of the Republic. But like I said, now you can't always rely on these Amazon apps, because I'm sometimes thinking that maybe they're the specific Fire TV versions, and they have a controller compatibility with Fire TV, and they might not have spread that controller compatibility through other consoles devices, and you know, with other controllers, because like I said, I went ahead excuse me, guys, I went ahead and tried the DuckTales game through here, and I'm having a hard time finding it, which is kind of upsetting me. But it is here, guys. It is one of their actually free games. So I went ahead and did the DuckTales game, and like I said, I couldn't get any controls to work. None of my controls were working, so I thought that was kind of bummer, you know. I haven't tried it now. They might have, fortunate, you know, maybe they've upgraded it for to work finally with other devices than you know, Amazon, and maybe other controllers as well. But like I said, DuckTales didn't work here. Give It Up didn't work here, and at the time I had also tried the Knights of Republic, and that one didn't work as well. But like I said, it's kind of hit or miss, guys. So you know, basically, some will work, some will not work. You know, so it's pretty much hit or miss, and I can't really say which ones work, which ones don't. You pretty much just have to download it. You know, go to side look, and like with these, that we can go ahead and you know, maybe I could do a quick download to show you how these work. So you know, this is all your free ones. There's quite a bit, you know, quite a bit here. So I'm hoping I can find one that I can you know, that'll work really quick, something free that has controller compatibility. As like I you know, as like I mentioned, not a lot of these have controller compatibility, so that doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna work, you know. But nevertheless, it's a good app to have because, you know, I have got quite a few of them that fortunately work with my Shield, you know, which is cool. I can't think of all the ones that I've got at the moment, but yeah, I've got a couple. So there's definitely like Badland, for example. You know, Badland I got and that worked fine. But so basically, you know, I'm looking for something right now to see if I could find something that might have some kind of controller. I know Drift Mania does, but I don't know if that might be kind of a little. I'm trying to keep, you know, a little bit of space here so I don't feel like I've actually filled up half my storage on here, which, you know, 64 gigabyte card. I'm like at 28 gigabytes left. I didn't realize that, so I got tons of stuff. I might have to get rid of some of these games I ain't playing and whatnot, you know. But I can't tell if I'm gonna find any. I know that God of Light has controller compatibility because I actually bought that one through I think I bought it through Google for like 99 cents or whatnot. But yeah, Give It Up didn't work, so it's pretty much hit or miss here. But we'll just, dang guys, I can't, you know, I can't think of any of these that have, you know, that's how many apps and how many games there is. There's tons and tons. So I'm trying to, you know, go through one that I think would have a controller compatibility, but that in itself is pretty much, you know, hit or miss too. So really, I don't know, but wow, they've got quite a bit. You know, Amazon's been doing their thing for quite a while, so they definitely got a collection of apps here. You know, on my tree. Okay, I already own that, I guess. Okay, wow, quite a bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this as an example. We'll get the Give It Up again. Okay, so like, and remember this one, the controls don't work. Okay, it says I already own this, so maybe after you install it, it considers it a purchase. So that must be why, you know, it's saying I already own this. Damn, I wish there was something that would stand out to me that works with the controller. Let's go ahead and just, you know, I don't know if the Hitman Go worked, that would be nice, but I don't think it does. Wait, let me see. I thought I seen Pac-Man. See, in that one, I'm not sure. I haven't checked it for a minute. Down the Man worked. That I was surprised that worked. That's kind of a fun little game too, actually. You know, pretty cool. I think those skateboard parties work. You know, I know they have them on Google Play. So let's view it. Okay, it's in already. So some of these I already own. I must have, you know, installed that one time. Drift Mania. Let's see this. I wish it would tell me, you know, how big it is. I guess I'll just go ahead and download it. Okay, so this is a different screen now, guys. I'm not used to this screen because usually when you go to the app screen, like it'll you know, take you to a description of the app and then you'll press install and it'll show an app progress. I mean, probably at view app details. Let's see. Yeah, look, okay. So yeah, this is quite big, you know, 430. So, but I mean, my connection is fairly decent, so it should only take you know, it's not the fastest, but this shouldn't take no more than probably 2-3 minutes to install. You know, if even that, it's kind of going decent. Now, with this, guys, I don't know, you know. See, look, they got the cache generator activated by default to progress twice as fast within the game. So these Amazon actually free apps, some of them are kind of cool, you know. They like, and yeah, they're actually free, so they include pretty much all the in-app purchases that you would get otherwise through, you know, Google Play. So that's pretty dope, you know. But like with this one, guys, I can't, you know, this is quite, you know, 436 megabyte game. I haven't really. I tend to keep mine, you know, if I mean, if I'll get a game, no matter what size it is, if I really like it, but I try to get smaller games just so I can fit a lot on there. You know, this is this is probably one of the bigger games I've downloaded thus far. And you know, so here we go. This is the whole download screen. You know, any app or game, you know, that you choose to download. You know, you can go to that view app details screen, and then it'll take you here and show you the download progress and, you know, installation progress and all that stuff. I just wasn't used to that screen. Usually, you know, when I'm looking through these apps, I'm on this screen, and then, you know, where the, if you see in the right corner where that orange X is, there's, you know, an install button, and then you click that, and then it'll go ahead and show us, you know, the progress, this install progress, like it's doing now. And like I said, guys, I can't guarantee, you know, these Amazon apps, a lot of these actually free ones. I'm okay. And then here, you know, here finishes once it finishes installing, you'll be prompted, you know, downloading, you'll be prompted with the I guess you could say, this is, what is this? Is it the Android Package Manager, Google Package Manager install screen? So, you know, you just press your controller until you get your selectable, I guess you could say, cursor. If you could see on the bottom, there's cancel and install options. So, you know, we're going to install it. So I'll move over to the right. Make sure you can see the dark border around the install button, and I'll click the A button to install, you know. So it's installing, you know, through, you see your little Android dude, Android, yeah, I don't know, is it package installer, I would want to say package installer, but you know, I don't know if they call it package manager or you know what. So, you know, this was a almost 500 megabyte game, so it's not a little game, you know, not a huge game, but you know, it's 500 megabytes worth, so it might take a minute to install. And like I said, you know, when this, more than likely, this game, I mean, some of these games, which is, you know, Badland, for example, I got it from the Amazon App Store. It does show up on my Shield home screen. So maybe, you know, the Google Play services within the Shield maybe recognize that, hey, you know, this is a Google Play game. We're going to go ahead, you know, it's a Google Play game as well. We're going to go ahead and put that on your home screen. And, you know, and even so, the controls work fine with the Badland game that I got from Amazon, just as fine as they did, you know, from the Google Play Store. And then, you know, that was a successful instance of getting a game from here on the Amazon Underground App Store and it working. Unfortunately, with the Give It Up game, you know, which is an actually free game as well through Amazon, when I went ahead and downloaded that, you know, it didn't show up on the Shield home screen like Badland did. I had to go ahead and go through Sideload Launcher to open it. And once I opened it, you know, I was getting no controls on screen. Like, I wasn't able to control anything. So, you know, that's no good if you can't control the game or play it. So, you know, no use for me. So I went ahead and took it down. And like I was saying too, I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with maybe those certain actually free Amazon apps, you know, maybe they're just specifically for the Fire TV device. Maybe the developer hasn't put, you know, full on controller compatibility or whatnot. Or maybe there is a separation. Maybe the Amazon actually free version might, you know, be different than the Google Play version, whereas, you know, maybe like with Give It Up, maybe the Google Play version has been updated to have full controller compatibility, and the actually free Amazon version is maybe just, you know, pretty much pushed for their Fire Stick. So if you have a Fire Stick, you can get all those actually free games for free, and, you know, maybe they'll work right off the back with your Fire Stick. So, you know, it's like I said, it's not all of them are going to work that you get through Amazon, but there's a good selection that do. You know, I've had about I guess you could say 50-50 chance. It seems to be getting higher now, maybe 75-25, but you know, I'm gonna say 50-50. So we're done here. So you know, I'll go to done. It'll take you back to the I guess you could say the app details screen of the last app you were downloading. You know, it gives you a second. You know, it's still circling probably. You know, I mean, I could press the B button to back out. So, but I don't want to actually mess anything up. But I think we're good. You know, and this was actually quite a big download. You know, a 500 megabyte game. So yeah, look, like I said, it takes you back to the app details screens. So in order to exit the app now, you can press the back arrow. You know, you'll notice it keeps backing out. Or you can press the B button. B button is almost the same thing, you know. So I can just be out, you know, boom, there we go. So, okay, so now what you do after you download, you know, an app game from the Amazon store, like I said, it might not show up in your See My Games section here. It might, though. Like, some of them actually do show up, and they might be recognized. Look, Unity, I'm wondering if that, you know, that Unity thing, if that, and that's sometimes how they'll show up too, which is weird. You know, they won't actually show up like as the game logo. It'll show up like Unity. You know, we know that was made with Unity. So, but if we go ahead and go through the sideload launcher now, a lot of times, you know, it will actually, you know, it will actually, like, what was that one, like Drift Mania, I think. I mean, you have to look, and a lot of times what do you call it? It'll put them on the bottom, but it should be somewhere. I'm thinking it will be. There we go. Look, it is Street Outlaws. So there it is, right there. You know, and see through the sideload launcher, it actually shows the you know, the Amazon, I guess you could say, Amazon icon for it, where you know it has the picture. It looks like, what is that? The cover picture of maybe some graphics from the game, and it says actually free. But if you notice, we exit out of the Amazon screen and go back to our home screen in our game section. It doesn't show that. You know, it shows Unity. But some of them will, like some of them will actually, let's see if I could see any on my home screen that show the actually free. Maybe not though. I could have sworn that there was a couple, you know, that went through and they showed the actually free. Okay, maybe not. But so we'll, you know, the only thing you can do, like I was saying, is it's hit or miss. So you can't 100% be sure that these games will work. I guess if you know, if there's a game you're interested in, and you see that it's free through Amazon, you can go ahead and, you know, give it a chance, maybe download it and see if it works. And you know, if it doesn't work, that's no problem. You can always uninstall it. So let's go ahead and see. I'm thinking this one might partially work. What I find, you know, is that it did show up on my games, on my home screen menu in my game section. So, you know, sometimes when they seem to show up there, it seems that they have a little bit compatibility, but that's not always true. As even Give It Up from the Amazon store, you know, it showed up on my home screen. It even had the official logo, you know, the actually free blah blah, and nothing, you know, no controls from there. So let's go ahead and see. So you click on the Unity, you know. Now I can only imagine this is the game I just downloaded. I don't know what else it could be, you know. Okay, of course it's gonna prompt us for, you know, underground apps and games. Okay, allow. Let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we went through the three. Okay, so here's the title screen. It says loading, you know. So now, guys, this is going to be hit or miss. This might not actually work at all with my device. You know, that's why I'm saying it's pretty much hit or miss. You know, I would say if there's a certain game that you're interested in, you can, you know, the internet is your friend. You can definitely research and see if somewhere down the line, you know, somebody was interested in the same game you know, are interested in, and if they went ahead and got the Amazon version to work as well, Okay, so okay, and this one did. So look, we do got controller compatibility, so that's dope. So I guess I could go ahead and learn to play, but controller compatibility is working, so that's dope. All right. But like, and this is the actually free version, so definitely, you know, cool not to have to pay for all the in-app purchases like you would from Google Play. But definitely, like I'm saying, guys, this is just, fortunately, we got it. We had success with this. This ain't gonna work for all the apps you download from Amazon, as I don't know if a lot of developers, have made some of those actually free apps, like I'm saying, fully controller compatible. I mean, if you have a Fire Stick device and you have a Bluetooth controller, maybe you can still, sync your controller to your Fire Stick device and still play the game. But, as I'm saying, not all the Amazon games are going to be fully controller compatible out of the box. Some of them, like Give It Up, might not even work at all. So pretty much you just press the back arrow and you got an exit menu and you can exit the game and that's it. But fortunately, it looks like this one worked. So maybe the developer has pushed controller compatibility, through all your. I guess I don't know if you want to say through through a lot of your controller protocols and maybe to work with your other devices as well. And it didn't actually show the logo. Like if you look inside Load Launcher, you'll see the graphics from the game and actually free. Sometimes you will get shown with the Unity screen, and if it will look different to you because a lot of times you're gonna have the game titles on your home menu screen in your game section. You won't have Unity, but we had Unity. We clicked it, and it's the game, and it seems to work. Okay, so let's see. In order to become a Drift King, you'll need to become familiar with the controls. I don't want to become a Drift King. Press on the handbrake located at the bottom left to lock your rear wheels and initiate a drift. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I did. Okay, nice. Okay, so the A button accelerates us, and it looks like the X button gives us, what do you call it? The brake. So, oh, wrong way. Well, if you were looking to play this game, it's actually free. What is this? Drift Mania Street Outlaws? It's actually free on the Amazon store. So you can, and controller compatibility is working. Press and hold the throttle bar located on the right of the screen to gain enough speed. Okay. I didn't read the directions right. Okay, I guess we gotta accelerate by pressing on the throttle bar, then pull the handbrake and tilt to initialize. Okay. I don't know how to tilt, that's the only thing, but I know the handbrake. Let's try again, guys. We'll go one more time. Hey, but that's cool, definitely actually free, and controller compatibility does work. Okay, press and hold the throttle bar located on the right of the screen to gain enough speed. Okay, I got that. Okay, but I wanted to read the rest. I don't know why it didn't let me Okay, nice. Just drift within drift scoring. Okay. I think I'm good, but you guys get the drift. Literally, you guys get the drift for the most part. Let's go ahead and and to get out of these games, you can back out with the B button or the back arrow. I'm pressing the B button. You really want to quit the game? Yes. I just wanted to do that as an example. I don't think I'm gonna keep that game on here. And this is how I imagine there might be other ways to uninstall apps through this device and through any other Android TV device. This is how I do it. I always come to the apps section, and go ahead and look for the app I don't want. So let's see. It might not be under Drift Mania. I don't see it. It might be under Street Outlaws. I guess that's what they were calling it there. I think you can even I think you can even, there we go, Street Outlaws, and I clear everything when I install them. I clear cache, I clear that, I go ahead and force stop to just, so it's not running at all. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to check in, say what up, give you guys another Shield, video. I love using this device. I'm pretty decent with everything. I've been doing this kind of stuff for years, guys. I was doing homebrew, and I mean, all this before all this was even out. I mean, even with Kodi here, shit, I was using. It wasn't even called Kodi back then. I was using it on the original Xbox. It was Xbox Media Center for Xbox, and it was a little harder. You had to mod your Xbox, so some people would take them apart and put a I guess you could say a hardware mod chip in. There was ways you could flash it, with hooking up the Xbox hard drive to your computer hard drive with a IDE hard drive cable, and then there's programs out there that would go ahead and just set up and format your device to have Xbox Media Center for Xbox on it. And yeah, there was just a lot of ways to do that in the past. There was game exploits that you could download to your Xbox memory card, and then you would need the certain game. But once you'd have the certain game, you can go ahead and go through the game and load the save exploit through the game, and then it would go ahead and load you through with a couple of I guess you could say software diagnostic tools that would set up your Xbox for that purpose. And you would flash it, and then it would put like a dashboard on it. I don't know if it was Evolution X or Avalanche, which was the I guess you could say the alternative firmware. So it would go ahead and put that on for you. And then after that, there would be one more step. In order for you to install Xbox Media Center for Xbox, you had to go ahead and put that on as well. And there's various ways to do that. You can do that with programs. And I myself, I did run into a couple bricks when I was first doing that, not paying attention. But then the way that I had did it with pretty decent success was I went ahead that with and you would need your Xbox hooked up to your network like that, through an Ethernet cable, or if you had some kind of wireless video game adapter. Fortunately for me, I had my Xbox hooked up, wired to my router, so I got a decent wired connection for the most part. So like I was saying with the Xboxes, in order to flash, well, the way I would flash it to put, well, at the time it was called Xbox Media Center for Xbox, but they went ahead and they had adapted the Kodi name, and they even put a couple of Kodi editions out for the original Xbox as well. But as I was saying, the way that I would do it is, I had my Xbox hooked up to my network. I guess you could say it was networked. It was hardwired. I had it plugged in straight into my router, and you would use FileZilla. It was an FTP file transfer protocol program. You would have to FTP the I guess you could say the Xbox Media Center for Xbox software over to your Xbox, and you would FTP it to your main drive, which was there was split up partitions sometimes in some of those Xbox hard drives for certain things, but you would once you were able to access your Xbox drive on the FTP program, the FileZilla program, you would go to your C drive, and then you would see all your folders for for your Xbox, and you would drag the Xbox Media Center for Xbox, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it app, executable, Xbox file, but you would drag that file to your hard drive of your Xbox, because you could tell it was the right place because you'd see all the folders and stuff, and, you know, and everything, and then you would drag the Xbox Media Center for Xbox executable, to basically, I guess you could say, the root of your C drive, where you'd see your folder, all your folders, and then you'd see like your files, and I think there was even like, the Microsoft Xbox software executable. So you would basically just drag the Xbox Media Center for Xbox executable over that. It would take a while because it would have to FTP, all the files over pretty much to, I guess you could say, overwrite your files. And then after that, once you would restart your Xbox, you would no longer be presented with your normal Xbox screen, but you'd see this different stuff come on, and then it'd say Xbox Media Center for Xbox, and there you go, so that'd be cool. But like I said, if you didn't put Xbox Media Center for Xbox, you could have just left the Avalanche, I guess they call it Avalanche dashboard or Evolution dashboard, which a lot of people, if they weren't using Xbox Media Center for Xbox, or using their Xbox, like how Kodi is used now as media portal, entertainment hub, they would just leave those dashes on just to basically put homebrew software on. You can, that's why it's called Avalanche dash or Evolution dashboard. You could still launch, I guess you could say, homebrew apps, emulators. If you have backed up games on disk, you could play any of your backups through the Avalanche and Evolution dashboard as well. So you can still use those to do homebrew and whatnot. It's just you didn't have the media options that the Xbox Media Center for Xbox would offer as well. That they made it to where you can even launch your homebrew stuff through Xbox Media Center for Xbox as well. I know even through Kodi, you look at Kodi now, and there's a specific app section where it'll show you all your apps, and probably your homebrew and your emulators and whatnot. And I mean, I'm sure it's came to the point where if you just want to launch one of your apps through Kodi, it's a matter of probably just clicking the app and clicking the little open and clicking on the little open button or whatnot. So that's kind of like how Xbox Media Center for Xbox came about too. And this was on the old Xbox. Although I would usually just pretty much use it for YouTube, some of the plugins that would work, generally if I would download something, and I streamed a lot with it. I definitely used it for a lot of streaming. There wasn't really any specific way to hook up an external hard drive to your Xbox. So what I would do is, like I said, this is the old Xbox. This was like 2006, 2007, from about 2007 to about 2010, maybe 2011. So like I said, my original Xbox was it was wired. I had it hardwired to my router, so I had a wired connection. And so what I did was you were able to set up this Xbox to access your shared folders on your computer. So what I would do is I would hook up an external hard drive, and I would also enable my external hard drive as a shared folder as well, and it would read it. It would actually, you'd go into Xbox Media Center for Xbox, go to your videos tab or whatever, and it would actually show my external hard drive, and I'd be able to click my external hard drive and go through my files and stream music, stream movies, stream whatever I want, and it would work fairly good. I mean, I think for the most part, the reason that it was working good was probably because I had a wired connection. I imagine if I was somehow wireless, I wouldn't have been as pleased with the results, you know. So it worked pretty good for a while. You got to take in mind this is an older original Xbox, so nowadays the devices that we use have better hardware, so you know they're more efficient at doing all that stuff. But I mean, it was great just for back then, you know, for having something. And I mean, you know, my demands weren't too much. I would basically just, you know, tune in and shoutcast, and you know, those were some of the radio apps that you could download to it. I would definitely, I was always jamming, you know, online radio stations with it. So I was doing shoutcasts and all that. And then, you know, I would just download maybe a TV show that I'd miss, you know, nothing high definition, because, you know, my TV at the time was still, you know, I didn't have a 720p. I was still, you know, CRT, 480 standard definition. So, you know, I would just, you know, if there was a show I missed, I'd just download the standard, you know, SD 480 MP4 of it, and run it fine. You know, it would no problems. And then once I got an HD TV, is when I noticed, you know, that was when I started seeing not necessarily the restraints from my connection or whatnot, just the restraints of the Xbox hardware itself. You know, I mean, I got a HD TV, and then finally, you know, you know, I was finally able to view Xbox Media Center for Xbox in high definition. You know, because you can go into the settings and change it from SD definition, you know, 720, 1080. So I put it on 720, and you know, the menu would be fine. You'd be able to scroll through everything. You know, the music stuff would still be good. The milk drop visualizations are dope. Those would still work and look cool. But then I noticed, like, you know, actually having it at the 720p setting, when I would try to stream stuff, like, I would get, like, I guess you could say buffers and pauses and little interrupts and all that. And it wasn't definitely, you know, and that could be maybe because it realized I was 720p, and it might have just been trying to stream higher definition stuff. So when I would actually go back to 480p from my menu, it seemed like even just, you know, streaming in general would be a little better. But other than that little, you know, I guess you could say little caveat with the original Xbox itself, I mean, that was, you know, that was dope. Basically, you know, we were doing what everybody's doing now with Kodi and all these devices 10 years ago. You know, I've been I was doing that when it first came out, and I think I actually it was pretty early on. I think once I discovered the Xbox Media Center for Xbox, I don't even think they were like on their third. I think it was like version 3. You know, so they were barely out. And like I said, this was quite a while ago. This had to be about 2007 maybe. I'm thinking it was probably maybe a couple months after, you know, whoever these developers were actually got together and said, hey, let's go ahead and, you know, let's make something for this Xbox groovy. I imagine, you know, that they started developing on that after the fact that, you know, people realized, okay, well, we can go ahead and put, you know, custom firmware on the Xbox now, or we could mod it. So it definitely came after they realized the fact that the original Xboxes could be modded and hacked. You know, it just, it wasn't right away, but it was pretty early on. Like I said, I mean, I probably did this, I'm thinking about 2007. Like I said, we were on Xbox Media Center for Xbox version like 3.1 or some, or 3.0. So it was definitely like a long time ago, and just it was that long ago. You know, I just remember like 2007, 2008. You know, so quite a few years ago, and I did it for quite a while. And then I got a Wii, you know, a couple years later. I went with the homebrew with that. They had Wii MC, which was basically a scaled down version of Xbox Media Center for Xbox for the Wii, and it worked okay. It seemed to not work as good as Xbox Media Center for Xbox, and they didn't really have, you know, like plugins. I don't know if that was a thing with the Wii, but they did have like Wii Radio, which was like a bootleg version of Shoutcast, and you know, but they didn't have, like, it wasn't as fully featured as the Xbox version, you know, Xbox Media Center for Xbox, but it did basically what their functionality. They just wanted to make it to where you can, you know, play stuff on SD card, flash drive, external hard drive, and then they got that compatibility working, you know, and they even had, you know, where you can add network shares and stuff, and I was able to kind of get some of my network. And you got to remember, with the Wii, I was fully wireless, but I would sometimes get some success on accessing, one of my network shares and stream a movie or a video or, play some music or whatnot. But it definitely didn't have, I would probably say the compatibility that, the Xbox Media Center for the actual Xbox did. So that was after my 3-4 years with the Xbox. I got into the Wii, and I didn't really use it much on the Wii because it just didn't seem as efficient as the Xbox. And then, about a year after I got the Wii, I got some of those game stick devices, and I think I might have got my Ouya. And then I really started getting into more on the game stick and the Ouyas because it seemed like there was a little bit better compatibility. Some of the add-ons were working, and I was able to stream, from my hard drives with no lag, whatever. So I definitely started getting into, I guess you could say, you know, that part of it more once I started experimenting with it on the game stick and the Ouya. But the Ouya kind of Ouya, but the Ouya kind of took precedence over everything because it seemed to run it pretty well. And that was like version 14, or was it version 16.1, or I don't know what it was, but and I seemed to run everything pretty good. Most of the plugins that were for it worked, and I was using that on the Ouya for quite a while, and then I got the Remix Mini, and then just to break the Remix Mini, and I was using it on the Remix Mini, and the Remix Mini seemed to handle it similar to the Ouya. I think the Remix Mini might have 1 more gig of RAM, so it just seemed like it might have been a little snappier, but it definitely seemed to handle it, as decent as the Ouya did. So I kind of played it out on the Remix Mini for about a year or two, and then I finally just gave in and got the Shield, and the Shield's my main device. But I'm right on, guys. I didn't want this video to be as long as it was, but sometimes these videos just go long. I just go off talking, but we got to check out some more Shield today. You guys got to look at the Amazon Underground app. There's not much to it. I'm pretty sure if you guys install it on your device, you can figure out how to work it. It's fairly like any it's fairly like any other app. You just open it and up, down, left, right, A, B, arrow cursor with your right thumbstick. There's not much to it. We'll go ahead and look at it again. As you guys seen, there's a cursor right there, and you got to remember, you have to get a free Amazon account. So when you actually when you actually do install the games, they'll install to your device. When you download them from here, they'll download to your device, and you can install them right away. I don't know if you can do it with, maybe you can, maybe you don't need an Amazon account, but I guess in order to verify the purchases and whatnot, it seems like you do. Like, I don't know if like, I'm logged into my account now. It seems it says your account, on the bottom, but then if I go to your list, let's see, like right there. Okay, shopping list. Okay, I have no shopping list, but I somehow, for some reason, I think I'm logged in somehow. Okay, I'm trying to click. Okay, your account. So if I go to my account, let's see. Your orders. Okay, so I must be so let's see if I go to orders. Account settings. Okay. I think I'm logged in though, guys. I think I am. So definitely once you install this, it might have something. Oh, sign up for a free Amazon account now or whatever. Maybe not. Maybe you'll just download the app, and and it'll present you with the screen like this, and you'll go ahead and look for your apps and install them. But somehow I think you have to kind of sign up for it, so when you go ahead and download these, it'll know that you're the person that are downloading these. it just makes sense that you would have to have an account, you know, even though they're actually free, you know, and the account itself is free. You know, you just pay for what you want to order if you're, you know, purchasing apps or items or whatnot. I still somehow think that you have to sign up for an Amazon account. Like I imagine, you know, when we seen the screen earlier, when it showed us, you know, to get the Amazon Underground app. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to download, and after it downloads, if you could just open it and, you know, look up certain games or apps you want and install them, and they'll just install to your device right away, which it might, you know, like I said, I've had this on my device for quite some time, but I do think that when I did put it on, you know, it prompted me to like log into my Amazon account, blah blah blah, you know. So then I logged in and entered those details, and then it must have recognized that, you know, I do have an Amazon account. So, you know, I logged in with my details, and it must have, I don't know if you want to say, synced this app with my account or whatnot, but, you know, I usually have no problem. And then myself, you know, like I said, I've never clicked anything, and, you know, I've never the only thing I'm having a problem with now is getting down here. Okay, there we go. So yeah, oh yeah, look, there it is. Steve Sanchez, that's my name, guys. Word up. All right, but yeah, so definitely, you know, I must be logged in. As you've seen, there was my login name, so you'll probably definitely have to log in somehow. And I mean, even if that's on your laptop or your desktop, you know, you can go ahead and, you know, download the app through here, through your Shield. And if you want to go ahead and, you know, sign up for an account, and you find it easier to do it on your laptop or your desktop or whatever, I imagine you could do that. And then the next time you you know, open this app, I don't know if it'll sync like that. Maybe, you know, if you log in or sign up for an account on your laptop or desktop, maybe you know, and you get the app, maybe it'll show something like, okay, you know, this app can be, you know, used for these devices or something like that. But I don't know. I just basically, you know, you do have to have your account active, and like I said, it is a free account, so you can go to Amazon and sign up for the free account, you know. And then I think once you sign up for it and whatever, you might be able just to download the app through here, and then, you know, maybe it'll have, after you download the Amazon Underground app, you know, just like a lot of apps, you know, or websites, you know, even Facebook, once you actually access the app, maybe it'll ask you for your login details. And once you enter in your login details, maybe it'll save them until you actually, you know, go here in the menu, and then until you were to click like, see, sign out. So I mean, once I sign out there, I imagine, you know, I can't just go and search for these games and download them, and they'll download. You know, I'm sure if you were to do that, it might tell you, you know, you need an Amazon account, blah blah blah, sign in with your details. So that's really up to you. You know, you can do that through your through Chrome browser here on your Shield, or you can do that on your laptop or your desktop. But I'm gonna go ahead and bounce, guys. There's really nothing to this app. You know, here's all the sections on the side here. If you click that in the corner, you know, and I mean, basically I use it just for the apps. You know, I don't shop on here. I mean, you can, or search for anything, and you, if you want to just browse, you can browse stuff too. But, you know, if you're trying to get straight to the point and find that, you know, the games and whatnot, you go to the, you know, they call it the Underground app section, but then there's an arrow, you know, that has subsections: all apps and games recommended for you, new releases, top charts, Amazon coins. So, you know, there's a games, entertainment, your apps. So, you know, if you click your apps, yeah, look, see, so definitely all the apps I've got from here, you know, that I could take off or uninstall. And then if you know, there's any updates, you can click here. Ooh, there's update of this one, so let's go ahead and update it. So it's definitely cool. You know, it seems to be pretty well maintained and works pretty well. You know, like I said, now with the games and the controller compatibility itself, that's hit or miss. You know, that's really probably up to the developer whether or not you're going to actually get one of these games from Amazon, that's like give it up. I figured give it up being kind of a, you know, simple, cute little rhythm game was just going to work right off the back. But unfortunately, the Amazon version didn't work on my Shield. Now, that's not to say it won't work on a Google TV box, as this is an Android TV box, or the Fire Stick. I imagine it's going to work automatically, but it's hit or miss. It really is. And as you guys seen, we went ahead and tried the what was that game? Drift Mania, Street Outlaws. I don't know if I'm saying it right, or if it's Street Outlaws Drift Mania. And fortunately, that one was actually free through Amazon. And once we downloaded it, it showed up on our home screen menu under our game section. It didn't have the game logo, as if you were to look at it through Silo Launcher, you'll actually see the graphics and they're actually free. On our home screen, it showed up as a Unity icon. I figured, that was the game because there was no other Unity icons on my screen there. So we click that, and sure enough, it was. And controller compatibility had worked right off the back. So that was cool. So, that's basically hit or miss, like I'm saying. You're not always, going to get games that are going to work right out the box, but, try it. There might be some, ooh, this game I've been wanting and it's actually free on Amazon. I'm going to try to download it on Amazon, and you might be surprised. It might work. So, definitely make you a happy camper there. But like I'm saying, that's not for all games now. So don't get too excited. Some games might not work. So, unfortunately, you might have to go through Google Play to get that game, and then if you want to unlock it, that's that. But definitely, it's just a bunch of looking around, seeing what works, what doesn't. I'm hoping this updates right. I mean, to tell you the truth, I've never, I've never actually. That's cool how it says cloud. I don't understand what that means in the cloud. It just says that, but. Gotta remember, I have quite a bit, guys. I have way more than this because when they first started doing the totally, okay, cool. So it updated. So we're cool. So when they first started doing the, I guess you could say the totally free apps, and ooh, I was kind of low there. I didn't realize I was low for once I was playing that Drift Mania and I didn't turn the volume back on. So damn. But once they uh once they first started doing the Amazon apps for free, the free Amazon apps, I would jump on it right away. You have to go to the Amazon.com on your computer. You'd have to sign in with your details, but then you can go to where it would have the page for the app, like where they'd be advertising, get this app for free, normally $9.99 free through Amazon with all in-app purchases. So I got a lot of free apps back then when they were doing that, and I came across some of those Chemco RPG games and just a bunch of stuff. So I mean, I didn't start right away. I definitely wish I would have caught on to it when they first started that, because I could have got quite a few, but it wasn't too long after. I'd probably say a few months after, you know, I had noticed that, and just random people would say, oh yeah, Amazon has apps for free that Google charges for. So that's when I definitely went and checked it out, and got into it. And back then, like, I would try to get it like every day, see what Amazon would have, and if it was something I'd be interested in, I'd log in and download it. Or sometimes they'd even just have, not just an app, but free apps of the week or free games. So I've built up a pretty good collection through Amazon too, and they gave away some cool stuff at certain times. They gave away some of those Chemco RPGs, and probably about 4 or 5 of those. So definitely Amazon's good place to look at, other than your Google Play here. And as you guys see, it can be installed just like all the other stuff. If you want to put on a flash drive, I imagine you could do that. But it seems like a little harder for that. With Happy Chick, you're able to download, externally via APK. I don't know if you can do this with the Amazon Underground app. You might be able to, but your best bet is probably just sticking, with the all-in-one through Google Chrome thing. Go ahead and download it through there. I imagine once it, download it through there, install it through ES File Explorer. Once you open it, it'll probably tell you have to sign up for an account. Or if you already have an account, log in, and you're good to go. But all right, guys, I'm going to bounce. This was definitely longer than I wanted it to be, but we went over some things today, checking in. I hope you guys that are coming through to my page, check it out, man. I got varied stuff here. I try to keep this tech and game stuff mixed with the music. Although the music's kind of taking precedence, as I've got some dope vocalists. I want to crank out some beats, for them to hit, and maybe I'll get in a couple freestyles myself. And my boy Two Tone, he's wanted to go beast. I mean, he doesn't have as much time as a lot of other people, but he's definitely got them bars. When he feels it, he comes through and he kills it. When he feels it, he kills it. So I'm sure you guys will get to hear him on some upcoming stuff. He's kind of a versatile cat. He definitely got the bars, man. He could spit the battle raps and go with any of these underground little backpacker lyricists, but that's not his style no more. When we first were doing this, that's what he was. He was a pure he was a pure fire spitter. He was like me. I mean, he's still like me. This cat can just get down and freestyle a whole track. And when he freestyles like me. I just freestyle bars. Two Tone freestyles, like, how am I want to say it? I don't know if I want to say methodically, but his freestyles are like almost like track freestyles. Like, he'll even throw in choruses in his freestyles, and make it almost like he freestyles like he's actually like somebody writing a track. Yeah, Two Tone's pretty dope. As me, I tend to just go off, and then I don't give it a different feel from like rap. I guess you could say verse to chorus, etc., etc. I just spit hella bars, and just boom, go off with the lyrics and the verses. But Two Tone, he is definitely, a pretty well-rounded freestylist. Like I'm saying, his freestyles, when he freestyles almost like cats write a track. He kind of like throws in a little chorus part here and there in the mix, and he definitely flips it up. He's not just like me. I just spit pure bars. I would like to try to freestyle choruses, but I don't. Even when I'm feeling a beat, I'll just boom, I go off on a bar tip. But Two Tone, in his head, the way he freestyles, like I said, that's why I kind of dig his shit, because he can come over and we can get a track done. I mean, it'll be a freestyle, but he'll make it sound like a track, just the way he freestyles. He'll go from verse to like kind of chorus thing to like a little bit of verse. And me, it's just like verse, 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 bars, 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 spit, 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 spit. I don't make it structured, I guess, in my lyrics, as it's just all off bars. As Two Tone has a little more structure. He's actually can get down and freestyle, and you won't even know if it's a freestyle or a track with him. So he's, and like I said, he was the bars back in the day, man. He's probably on the level lyrically with me, and on the freestyle. So he kind of, you got to remember what his situation. He was locked up for a long time ago, so long time. So he's kind of a road guy, and he's not trying to make gangster rap or anything, but he's just trying to sometimes make more feel good shit. But if he wanted to get back and start going bars off and spitting the hard ass, freestyle shits, he can, man. Two Tone's definitely, an adept MC. But all right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. This is longer than I wanted it to be, but we got to take a look at the Amazon App Store, and basically you can install it in various ways. But once you install it, you got access to a whole another, I guess you could say, a lot of the apps are, they're on Google Play as well, but Amazon seems to be generous in offering a lot of these apps actually free. So you get they pretty much the whole app free, instead of paying whatever 99 cents to remove the ads, or $3.99 to unlock the levels or whatnot. Amazon has a lot of the apps that Google has actually free, so that's what's up. So take a look at it, and another way for you guys to get more games on your Shield than just games that are through Google, that you might have to pay for. You can find the versions through Amazon for free. And as I mentioned as well, now not all games are going to work out the box. You might find one that's actually free, and as I was saying, the controller compatibility is kind of hit or miss, but there is a lot that work. We went ahead and downloaded an example of one, like it was Drift Mania, Street Outlaws, our I could be saying that you know, the other way around. Maybe it's Street Outlaws Drift Mania, but it did work, so that was cool. I didn't want the game on my shield myself, so I took it off. But that was just an example of showing you, how to go about it. But all right, I'm gonna bounce, guys. Freestyle Steve. Wanted to get some more shield time in. Definitely thought I'd go over a quick little. This wasn't a full installation video of how to install the Amazon Underground app, but I think from what I showed you guys, you guys should be able to get a handle on it. And you can always watch my Happy Chick video too. I explain how to put apps. I guess you could say put APKs on your flash drive, plug your flash drive into your shield, and go ahead and access your flash drive through go ahead and access your flash drive on your shield through ES File Explorer. And from there, you're presented with a lot of options on what you want to do with that app. You can install it, cancel. I don't know what the market option is, but there's usually three options when you click the app in ES File Explorer. There's a cancel option. Obviously, that's self-explanatory. There's a market option. I don't know if that means Google Play Market or what. Maybe it'll see if that actual app is in the Google Play Market, and there's an install. So you can just go ahead and click install and go from there. But all right, guys, I'm out. Freestyle Steve. Friday night. I'm thinking a two-tone might want to get a session on. Friday night seem to be his night, so maybe we'll make something pop off. But word up, your boy Freestyle. I'm gonna clock out. Just thought I'd go over some more shield time. Show you guys a quick how the Amazon Underground app works. We went ahead and downloaded a game, which did come with controller compatibility out of the box. As I was mentioning, not all your games are. It's just hit or miss. If you like a game on Google Play that Amazon has for free, you can go ahead and see, download it. And like I said, you'll have to find out for yourself whether it works or not. And a lot of research can do that too. Maybe there's a game you're interested in, and is this game going to work on my shield? Google's your friend. Well, blah blah blah. Downloaded from the Underground Amazon app, work on my Android TV device or whatever, and then you're sure to get results. But all right, your boy Freestyle clocking it. Peace.